Loving that chick, I'm expensive, I live lavish. And try my best to keep it classy, but sometimes I might get ratchet. I get off that Casadores and show my hoe how you just mad over that child can't smash. He look at you and he pass. He love everything about me, face, feet. So, kick ride, say something to my go around and get your lips locked.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is another wonderful episode of Convos in Chicago, and we just gonna take over the dial for the next hour and a half or so. You know, we here every Saturday, 2 to 5 p.m. Sometimes we be late though.
Late
You know, a easy Saturday. I like, I'm gonna keep saying this. I like an easy Saturday. If you can come in at 2, hey. If I can get there at 2, then we at 2. If it ain't that, then it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna rock the way we need to rock.
Steady
Rock. Don't get me started.
All right.
Oh my goodness, I am excited about today's show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, my lovely co-host Vita. Everybody, Vita Talks, Rejoice 102.7.
Yes, 102.3. Everybody. Mm-hmm.
Yes, FM. So make sure y'all check her out every Thursday.
Yes,
every Thursday. Mm-hmm. What is it?
From 9 to 9:30.
9 to 9:30. Vita Talks. She be up there dropping them jewels and giving her 2 cents and a dime for your thoughts, okay? Because she a dime.
Thank you, girl. You the quarter over there talking about.
Ain't no pennies no more. Okay. A dime for your thoughts.
I'm also on New Music Mondays with Keisha Cautious. I'm also the host.
That's right. You are Keisha Cautious. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy belated Gemini season.
Yes, happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday. And y'all be talking about the music and
we play videos. Music. We have guests. I think Jovi been on that, right?
Yeah.
We have interviews and talk about the latest topics or whatever on our brain at the time.
Yes.
So it's dope.
That's awesome. And speaking of which, we have the pleasure of sliding on us this Saturday afternoon. Jovi DaGod, everybody.
What up, Jovi DaGod in the building. You know how to slide through. I'm back.
Yeah. He back.
Welcome back.
And if you aren't already familiar with Jovi is a recording artist, writer, producer, hip hop artist, also actor.
Yeah,
you have to add thespian.
I was just about to say a thespian.
You know what I mean? Who's got some exciting news coming up?
Absolutely.
And y'all stay put, stay on the dial, and then we gonna chop it up. Make sure y'all go ahead and share this live. Share. If you have a business you want to promote, if you want to come on and talk about your brand, your product, your service, hit up me or Vita, hop in our inbox. We'll hop in them back, long as y'all ain't being on no freaky stuff. You gotta let folks know, like, don't leave business. And then next thing I see is a dick pic.
Okay, please.
Okay, I don't want to do that. You're right. I meant to say just the D, but it just slipped out. Wait,
are you in a relationship? None of your business. Yes.
What's going on, y'all? Make sure can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all checking in, saying if you can hear me. And we got some music to play. We got some music videos to share. We got some new music on deck. We got a lot of updates going on. The summer is approaching us right now. This is the opposite of cuffing season. You know what I mean?
What is it called, BB?
We know.
What you drop?
We gonna call it fine-ish season.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Kiwi Marie. If y'all ain't already streamed that fine-ish, go ahead and check that out. That's the new one by Kiwi Marie. We looking forward to them visuals. And if y'all haven't already, follow my girl Kiwi Marie on all streaming platforms. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. The chat. Hey. Oh, we got Sicko chiming in. We got
Sicko.
What up, Sicko? Yes.
Walk a little
Top of the afternoon, black people. Yes. Okay. Yes. That for real. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So we gonna
share that live.
Just jump into this convo with Jovi.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Would you like some champagne?
You know, actually, I would like a tad. I would like a sip. You know, it's a little Saturday, a little fine-ish Saturday, and yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that because you know it's fine-ish.
Okay.
Hey, make sure y'all share that live.
Yeah. Top of the afternoon to you, Mr. Gary P. in the building. You're going to see my boy later tonight. That's what we gonna be talking about.
You already know what we're doing, man.
Lamar Creation checking in. Hey, Lamar. Thank y'all for tuning in. I got my boy Jovi here. And yeah, before we start, let's do a toast.
Salute to you.
Salute. Yeah. And toast to you. Yep. Salute. Salute. Okay. And we are going to be just discussing things. We're going to rewind, right? Because Jovi, last time you were here, you talked about your newest album that's soon to drop.
Yeah.
And that's called The Inception.
Yes, the Inception album.
And how's that coming along?
So the Inception album, it's in this final leg. We got one more record to finish up with Chris Cornelius. It's a smash record. It's a really important record to me because
we name dropping Chris.
Okay. Brother is very talented.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just trying to get that record done. It's an important record to me because every real hip hop album has to have a storytelling song. You know, it's a lot of hip hop artists out here that don't know how to tell a story. You know, like Big, I got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? And those classic records. And so I need Chris Cornelius. We already got the skeleton done. We just gotta tighten it up and make it to my liking and how we need to make it sound. But it's gonna be a smash record, man.
Okay, that's dope. I hear that.
Yeah, I love storytelling.
Happy birthday, Gary!
Happy birthday, bro.
Yes, happy birthday, Gary.
You know what's up?
Yeah, we definitely gonna take a shot for you. Gemini season in full effect. Y'all be taking over, boy.
For real. Yes. Twice. Y'all take over twice.
Skull got some dropping. Yes. Sativa Super Skull Day dropping June 10th. Yes. I look forward to it. You know, Skull, you got the vibes on your stuff, so I'm excited about it. And yeah. So we just waiting on that. Are you gonna do like a listening party?
So I'm in the process of figuring that out. If I do something, it gotta be, Jovi
style, right?
Yeah, it gotta be
Jovi style. We gonna add a special.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at a couple of venues. I really would, and I'm putting this out on the airwaves. I really would like to do it at Buddy Guy's. Okay. Shauna's people's venue. I would really love to do it like that. So, those that know her, that know whatever, I don't know if they do that, but it'll be a listening party, be upscale, classy. I know the same people, and so it'd be a really good thing if I could do it there. But I got other venues that are on that level that I'm looking into as the listening party. But it definitely has to happen.
I agree. I think that'd be dope.
My first album release was crazy. It was in the pandemic. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I had 100 people in the pandemic. They find us because we stayed late. It was wild. So this second one gotta jump.
It's gonna jump. You know what? Why? Because you back.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that for a second.
Welcome back. I'm trying to get my vocal. Yeah, that's too low for me. Yeah, but welcome back. Welcome back to Chicago.
I know, right?
You was out there in Memphis, right?
For sure.
Doing his thing. What Memphis made you go out there? Migrate to Memphis.
Memphis 10 years ago was like a gold mine for me with my profession, what I do. Like a lot of artists, look, like I'm an artist, but I work a job and I have a career, and so
that's dope.
People need to understand that, none of this stuff we doing is free.
Right.
So with that being said, my career for me just led me to Memphis. That's where the money was at. It took me to a whole nother plateau financially. You know what I'm saying? It put me in a space where I'm able to, do all the things that I want to do with my passion. You know what I'm saying? So that's what had me in Memphis. And, I came back because, my son's older now. He's 20. You know what I'm saying? And so when he was younger and I was going through the bump your head stuff with your baby mama, right? We all go through these situations, right? On both sides, and a man told me like, hey bro, chill out, go get yourself better, wait till he get older, he gonna need you.
Absolutely.
He don't need you to be Superman right now. He gonna need you 5 years from now. So what you got to do is stop fighting the frivolous fight, running back and forth the court, arguing over text messages. Pay your money and get yourself better, right? And he gonna come back and need you, and you need to be prepared for that. And so, real talk, that's what I've been doing, you know, subconsciously, not like actually putting forth the effort. Like, this is what I'm doing. I did it subconsciously. But when he turned 20, it was like he just kept hitting me up. You know, I need a car, I needed this, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like it's easier for me to facilitate for my son if I'm here.
Right.
You know, plus he also need to see, you know, what I built. You know what I'm saying? He need to see, like, you know, the fruits of this hard work. So he need to see, you know, this is what my daddy created. This is what my daddy is. You know what I'm saying? And my son is super talented too. He got music that he putting together. Like, it shocked me. It blew me away. He sent me a couple records. He was like, oh, okay, like, you
Took off the old blood player.
Juice WRLD guy, huh? You know what I'm saying? But of course, like me, I'm very serious about things. And so until he showed me he can take it serious, I ain't gonna take him serious.
Right.
Okay.
But if he showed me that, then we'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'm back though. Jovi's home.
I think that's interesting that you said until you take him seriously. Like we need to like really normalize that, because many times we jump off the ledge and this is what we doing now. And a lot of times we get disgruntled or we get upset because people aren't taking us seriously out the gate.
Yeah.
It takes time to build that particular muscle, right?
For sure.
You know, folks don't get used to you being an artist overnight. They don't get used to you being a business owner overnight. Yeah. It literally has to be something that you're doing consistently, at least to the point where you may not be pounding at it every day on social media, but they need to see like results and stuff like that as you're going along. It's like, oh, they still doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important, that you instilling in him and saying, hey, when I take you seriously, you know, and that's not, you know, to say you don't take him seriously.
It's not that.
But it's like you earn that. Earn that space. You know,
and it's there for you whenever you're ready. I'm like, every time he do a song or something, like he's now telling me when he's going through it, I be telling him like, you know, I'm Jovi the God. Right. That's what I tell him. I'm like, I'm Jovi the God. Whatever you want to do, we can facilitate it, and it's going to be on the top level. But like I said, he got to just be serious about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I love the fact that you said I have a career. You know, because some artists, I mean, I think about that, and they look at TV and the reality stars and said, you know, people seeing what they doing, they hustle before they make it. They out there, I know they don't sell CDs no more, but people got to hustle. It's not just going to come to you. You're not just going to come. Those who you think just did that, I'm saying that's few and far in between. You got to have a hustle. You got to be able to invest. So I love that you know, brought that up. Hey, I got a real job.
Yeah, I don't got a job. This is the difference. I don't got a job. I got a career.
A career.
And so music and what I do to make money financially are both things that I love with my heart.
That's awesome.
So I went to school to do what I do for work.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so my job is just as equal as my passion for that, for music. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I tell people find what they love, because I'm in my lane. Everything I do, I love. Right. Literally everything I do.
That's
I
a blessing.
Love how I make my money. I love how I do my, you know, the entertainment, everything I do, I love. You know, find what you do and find your niche, and you know, trust God.
I love that.
Hey, Cherie Sloan. Y'all make sure y'all follow Cherie Sloan. She got Smokechella coming up in August. Make sure you drop that information in the chat, Cherie. Good to see you, girl.
Yeah. It's August the 16th, you all. And of course, on the ones and twos is Chablis.
Yep.
And Trouble the Singer is actually headlining that event. And so many more, y'all. So absolutely.
Nice.
Go ahead and get y'all tickets.
To that. Let's switch gears and talk about you being in movies now. Like I know, like I saw the one movie you were in.
You talking about My Perfect Wedding?
Yes, My Perfect Wedding. Yeah. And you were the guy that was sitting there rapping while she was on the date. Like she went to the serious speed date. Yeah. And she just was like, oh my gosh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't just you. It was like some other contenders. But I like that spot because, because y'all was really yourselves on this date. And it was funny because I was like, oh man, that is what it's like. Oh, people say, hey, what's going on? Megastar, hey, he said my boy.
What up, big boy? What up? The biggest.
Okay, Noah checking in. Happy birthday, Noah.
Hey, Noah, what up?
Son.
I need that feature, Noah. Birthday. I'm on your heels.
What's going on, Mega? Hey, Keish.
Keisha Cash. Love her.
Cash. I'm glad y'all checking in. What's going on? Yeah, Mega say, what's up? Oh, Vita.
Hey,
Oh,
nigga.
easy, yes, sir.
Period. She say shalom, shalom.
Okay, he over there doing his big thing.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you're watching right now, just go ahead and share that live.
Yes.
Also keep in mind that we do promote businesses here. And also if you think we're doing a good job, go ahead and shoot that cash app over.
Yeah,
It could
absolutely.
be $1, $2, $5. Anything help the station grows.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we talked about it a little bit today too, BB.
Yeah.
Just so we could touch on, you know, how I think about I know artists and other people, you know, they want to get paid for their artistry, as you should. If you know you done did everything you do, so like on these platforms, it's not free. It's a payment that's made every month, and then like BB do those flyers and stuff.
Yeah.
That costs.
Yeah, like
we
were just talking about that earlier. Like, you know, certain platforms like Canva that helps us continue to keep all the visual and stuff. That's, you know, that's a fee every month. And also even StreamYard done went up. So, you know, it's like things that help the station or help this show continue to keep going. Yeah. So anytime y'all gotta, you know, spell something.
Hey, and I'll break it down for you artists, man. If you artists got all of your ancillaries and all of your stuff in order, then you can send $25, $30, and then you can write it off because that's a donation to My Radio Chicago.
Wait a minute, let's rewind it.
You know, and I teach y'all the game on how to do things like that. And so when they be like, hey, send $50, send $25, and if you got all of your things together, and I ain't talking about your SoundCloud, your Song Trust, your BMI, those are things that get you the residuals off your records that's spinning. Right. I'm talking about how you become a legal entity. So when I do anything that Jovi DaGod do, it's a tax write-off. So if it's a show, if it's a radio performance, whatever, if I fly to Miami, whatever I do, I write it off. And I'll show you how to do that. So it don't hurt you to spend $20. It actually help you in the end of the year when you do the tax write-off on all the money that you done spent trying to be whatever artist it is you being. So y'all, you know, do your research. If not, hit me up, tap me in. I'll, you know, show you the little ones and tools.
We love that. Thank you.
I love that. And I really want to ask you some questions offline about sync licensing, because I'm pretty sure that you've already researched this. If not, you already locked in. So we're gonna talk about that. And if y'all want that inside scoop, make sure y'all tune in.
Now we'll say that for another convo.
Because that goes into a whole other spectrum. That's a whole tailspin of stuff, right?
Be a separate convos for real.
And that's the thing that I love about this platform with all the artists that's tapped in. A lot of times we drop those jewels and help them be able to develop themselves as artists and stuff like that. So, Keisha, y'all dropping jewels, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, did you got the Cash App? You all, and this, you know, it's just like we say,
it's
donations.
Right at the bottom of the screen. It's coming through the little.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah, you all drop that so we can keep our show going, and then, you know, you're not charged to come on and stuff like that. That costs a lot of money to market yourself. Yeah, so coming on these platforms, it is beneficial, you know. So salute to all those who doing everything, you know. And we thank you in advance.
Absolutely. So, Jovi.
Yes.
This movie here.
Okay.
Deadly Visitor. Okay. Deadly Visitor.
It looked like it's good already. I love
crazy.
it.
So let's
crazy. I'm so proud of this right here.
It's featured in the American Black Film Festival coming up this weekend. And it's gonna be in Miami Beach, beautiful Miami Beach. And tell us about this particular film.
So this movie right here, this is actually my third movie. This movie right here is it's a thriller. And so it's about a woman and her child who has a bed and breakfast. And so she has a deadly visitor. You know, and
somebody that's not too
and so I ain't gonna give a lot away, but it's a super thriller. I play the technician. She has a house that's like super tricked out where it got this advanced security system.
Oh boy, so, AI. Here we go.
All type of AI type of stuff going on.
That's where we going.
And so I'm the technician in the movie.
Not the crazy man that hooked himself up to be able to watch her.
And so actually, I ain't gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell y'all what type of technician I play, but it's a good thing. It's good. I'm good. I'm not. I'm not.
You're not the crazy one.
I'm not the part of the deadly stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's definitely good. And so, yeah, I'm a technician. The movie premieres June 13th, Friday the 13th in Miami.
Okay.
The American Black Film Festival is sponsored by HBO. And so it's an HBO event. It's really to celebrate Nia Long and Lawrence Tate, Love Jones.
Right.
It's like 25th year of Love Jones or something like that.
Congratulations.
And yeah, so it's like a whole weekend event that's sponsored by HBO. I'll be out there next week, June 11th through the 15th. If you're in Miami, make sure you grab your tickets to that. They on Eventbrite, $15. If you're in Miami, make sure y'all go check out that movie. The world premiere at the American Black Film Festival. I'll be trying to tell people, like, let me pop off real quick.
Okay.
I'll be trying to tell people, like, I'm the Tupac of this. And here's why I say that.
Please share.
Let me tell y'all. We got all of these independent artists, right? It's a whole network of us. And everybody's fly. Everybody's cold. All of us are raw, right? But then you got me. I'm the Tupac of this. I'm in movies. I got the music. You know, I come through. I'm 50 deep every time you see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so, like, Jovi, I'm back. You know, it's finna be a whole different vibe because I'm home, and everything I did last time I did it from away. You know, and so this time right here is
welcome back.
It's a whole new spectrum on how I'm going to do things with the Inception album, with these movies, with the shows that I got that I'm going to be doing, videos that we're going to shoot, a couple records that I just sent over that's not out right now. Like, listen, it's going to be some real pressure applied.
Like you ready.
It's going to be some real pressure applied for real.
And we're going to play those little tidbits in a minute. But in the meantime, I got a couple of things that I want to share with you guys. I got some new music videos coming through. And yeah, let me see. He said, oh, okay. I read that again. Okay, what y'all talking about?
Right. What y'all got cracking in them comments over there?
The comments getting busy.
You heard what he said. He the Tupac of this stuff.
I'm trying to tell him what's going on.
I love that. So we're going to go ahead and play that new joint by Cypher 6 Radio.
Oh yeah, this is my joint right here, Sicko. Yeah, this is my joint, Sicko.
Radio Bounce. Speaking of Miami, right? That was out there in a beautiful Miami.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sicko and the Real Dub that put this video together.
Yes.
So
salute Dub the right way.
you just gonna
know
check
what's
this
going
thing
on.
out
We do it the
quick.
right way every time. That's what we
Y'all
talking
check
about.
it out.
43rd. What? Let's get it. Bounce. Girl, bounce that up while I kill this radio. Bounce. Beat that while I'm beating through your stereo. We do it raw, take you down with my jewelry on. Do you from the bag, show you what I'm really on. Girl, bounce that up while I kill this radio. Beat that while I'm beating through your stereo. We do it raw, take you down with my jewelry on. Do you from the bag, show you what I'm really on. She drop it to the floor, I stack this money to the ceiling. I need the baddest in the city to match the feeling. Came from the bottom, now I'm on the top tier list. This like the Holy Spirit move when you feel it. I'm so fat, need a lap dance. Shorty heard that I'm the plug and wanna tap in. Baby, I ain't come to talk, I'm about that action. I love the way you throw it back and it's clapping. We split these up, break them into fractions. Got me up all night, chiropractic. That mean I break your back in, yeah, it's cracking. Every time I pull out, she pull me right back in. Girl, bounce that up while I kill this radio. Beat that while I'm beating through your stereo. We do it raw, take you down with my jewelry on. Do you from the bag, show you what I'm really on. Girl, bounce that up while I kill this radio. Beat that while I'm beating through your stereo. We do it raw, take you down with my jewelry on. Do you from the bag, show you what I'm really on. Bounce. 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 smooth as fast, baby.
The lights down low with the tempos up. The vibes real smooth so you won't show love. Real niggas throw it up. Pretty girl show love. Pour another toast up. Cameraman's out, gotta get the close up. We're about to lock in. Come back to the spot with my kin. Shawty at the bar with a friend. Riding around me drinking. Got me right like sensation. Baby got me thick like Kim K. So we walked over to the DJ. And she said, I know you're trying to get paid, but yeah, there ain't no rush. No rushing. No rush. I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush. No rushing. No rush. I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush. No rush. No rushing. Can we slow the tempo down, please, DJ? There ain't no rush. No rushing. Yeah. No rush. Yeah. Party's jumping, the mood is right. Hands on her, she can feel the vibe. Drink is flowing, we can take a ride. Slow it down, I'ma take my time. Slow and smooth as fast. Watch you while you shake that. In a circle, throw it back. Toxic King, you know I'm back. We're about to lock in. Come back to the spot with my kid. Shawty at the bar with her friends. Riding around me drinking. Yeah, we right like sensation. Baby, music like Kim K. So we walked over to the DJ. And she said, I know you're trying to get paid, but yeah, there ain't no rush. No rushing. No rush. I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush. No rushing. No rush. I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush. No rush. No rushing. Can we slow the tempo down, please, DJ? There ain't no rush. No rushing. Yeah. No rush. Yeah, yeah, so DJ, slow it down. Vibe is right. Mood is right. Yeah. Please, for me. Yeah.
What part was that? Was that the after party? I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to Blizz making his little cameo. No rush. Smooch Wallace.
Yeah, that was dope.
Smooch.
Shout out Smooch.
And we had Radio Bounce.
Yeah.
Sicko in the building.
Shout out Cypher.
So
43rd.
yeah, definitely
Okay.
shout out to the Rec, who produced and put together No Rush with Bad. They both did that one together. So I
That's
think
nice.
I think they did that together.
That's
I
a
don't
nice
know.
record.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, that's
It's
a real nice record.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then now, okay, we got folks checking in.
Yeah.
She said, yes, come see Smooch host Smokechella. August 16, 2025. Grab your tickets now. highlyproductivechicago.com.
You did.
Sheesh. Yeah. And then Sinatra. Right.
Uh-oh.
So
Hey,
here you go.
Hey.
Here you go.
Hey,
So-
Sinatra's. Hold on. You know what time it is.
So we
Work
get
it.
we get into
You got
that.
on
We
the
got
Chicago
y'all gotta
shirt.
relax.
You working what you doing.
We get into that. We get into
We
that.
working what you
see
doing.
that. I didn't
Sinatra,
see
you know
that.
what's going on.
Shout out that shirt though. You need a pic.
Hey, hold on. We working what you doing.
Okay.
Let's show them. This is how you wear. You can wear it over. I like
You
the
know
look.
what's going on. Hey.
I like it over the sweater.
Yeah, over
That's
the hoodie.
dope.
Hey,
Yeah.
come on now. I told y'all, boy, I'm
That's
Jovi
dope.
home.
We went over my head, okay?
Jovi home. Hey, yo, hey, Real Dub, what up? I seen your comment up there. I seen
Yeah,
it
what's
up
up,
top. Dub, what up, my boy?
Yeah. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah. Right way.
Hello?
Okay.
What's the word? What up? Yeah, so I'm trying to get this music together. I promise this. I haven't even had no. Y'all know how I drink. This is not nothing.
Hey, so
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna play some more music.
This is called the Jovi effect.
This is the Jovi effect.
Yeah. Listen, I come everybody else startled. It's like
you got me stuck.
Oh, like
that's what you're trying to say.
Like he just comes in town and then he just says this and that and this is what happened. It's the Jovi effect.
It's the Jovi effect. Okay, it's in the studio. Okay.
Oh my goodness. It might be the Jovi effect, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and play some more music videos. But in the meantime, y'all, while I'm checking this out, let's get this game time going on with Sicko.
Sicko for the third. Hey, Trosh on this? This is on Trosh on?
Yes.
Yeah, this the one Trosh on.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a record out of both of them, too.
That's going to be dope.
Tick to tock, tick 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 tock, tick to tock, tick 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 tock, tick to tock, tick 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 tock. Game time, game time. Still the MVP of the winning team. It's game time again at the line shooting threes. Got the crowd on their feet like who is he? Trying not to lose my cool and make a scene. Give a thought good that'll make her scream. I never flew her out, but she looked fly with me. The college graduate, Ivy League. I dropped out like yeah, put my heart in the streets. In this rap game, I'm a first round draft pick. It's getting drastic, your measures better match it. I'd rather bury than to ever buried a hatchet. But for the sake of my image and brand, I'm relaxing. Blowing greenhouse gases, dumping ashes. Pouring champagne glasses, just a habit. We don't do this for the clout, y'all can have it. Take the and make it disappear like magic. Never did it for the clout, y'all can have that. We get the and we put that shit in traffic. We stay ready, never miss a day of practice. Going hard for all the times we ain't had. Game time, game time. Let's rock, let's rock. Game time, game time. Game time. Let's rock, let's rock.
It's a great divide, just don't be mistaken with how you take a side. Cause I can redirect on you and never break a stride. I can still respect if you lose and you never take a dive. I play this game hard, almost never go off what they advise. I play it wise, I peep that shit, then I move back. Move back, yeah, analyze, open the tool shack. I was hoping you do that, I've been scoping your groove hack. I must admit I'm with the star back on the 2-track. They trying to figure out the ways go. If I make a shot, I'm taking 80 more. If I miss a shot, I'm taking 80 more. Different level of still trending from the day before. Hey, act loud, get it back loud. Yeah, that child about to pass out. That about to crash out. That's wild. You wanna find out what I am? That's how.
Never did it for the clout, y'all can have that. We get the and we put that shit in traffic. We stay ready, never miss a day of practice. Going hard for all the times we ain't had. Game time, game time. Let's rock, let's rock. Game time, game time. Let's rock, let's rock. 23rd.
conversation when the ganja blazing around you, my baby. The weed we smoking is designer. Uber black, cause we need a driver. Truth be told, don't even need the smoke, cause with you I'm higher than Everest. Or have I ever been fired like hell and sent? They best of angels, but your touch is heaven sent.
Pass me the blunt though, while I roll another front toe. Lay back, blow smoke out the window. Stress free, no worries, let it all go.
I got the pack, make sure the bags, I got the crap, the stems, the hole.
Don't wet the tip unless she lips about to hit the zip.
I like getting high all the time. You wanna roll with me, jump in on right. We can go downtown, sit down and just right. Roll it up and smoke with me, we can both get high.
Y'all can keep the vape and that hookah shit. I need something to put me through the roof and shit. Got the leaf and scissors, so I came equipped. Smoke after I smoke, so I bought a zip. Had to take a trip, a session with the car. I'm going out the view, no push to start. And I just got through pushing in some guts, but to start it off, I smoked with the slut. That's another story. Now back to the yo. I done lost count how many woods we smoke. Roll them swole like BBW. Smoke that foreign like a BMW. The cloud so thick that it just might smother you. Just so cold, you gon' think it's hugging you. Is that your twin or I'm seeing double? Boo, fuck your sister, your
I like getting high all the time. You wanna roll with me, jump in a ride. We can go downtown, sit down and drive. Roll it up and smoke with me, can both get high. I like getting high all the time. You roll it up with me, jump in a ride. We can go downtown, sit down and drive. Roll it up and smoke with me, can both get high.
Shawty so close, why you ain't? Drop it real low, baby, why you ain't? Now we just cruising, and why you ain't? Never get confused, she by my side. I love it when you style up, good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on run. Feel the vibration, tree.
Step, you blessed. Still be moving whenever you do less. She bust it open just like it's a new chest. She got me hoping to go to a duplex. I'm just playing. Let you with it, cause you a gift no matter how you present it. Could never miss no matter how they defend it. Look like a crime that's been highly committed. Nighttime skylines in my ties, sight lines in my eyes on her thighs. Hurt vibes coincide with my fly. No lie, connection feel like it's Wi-Fi. She 5'5" and climbing it like a high rise. She wine and killing it like it's 9 lives. I was fine until you came into my life. Can't rewind, I need you right here by my side.
So close, why you ain't? Drop it real low, baby, why you ain't? Now we just cruising, and why you ain't? Never get confused, she by my side. I love it when you style up, good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on run. Feel the vibration, baby. Shawty so close, and why you ain't? Drop it real low, baby, why you ain't? Now we just cruising, and why you ain't? Never get confused, she by my side. I love it when you style up, good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on run. Feel the vibration, baby. We can vibrate back to my place. Tryna get you on the stand by the skyscraper. Girl, I'm tryna get it in, baby, why wait? And then when you do the dance, make a thigh shake. I like the way you whine, baby. I like the way you smile, baby. You like it from behind, baby. Do my lick, then you whine, baby. Now we in a ride, now we just cruise on. When I get inside, now she just ooze on. We not even that high, we slow booze on. She know DC, that guy, no confusion. Sign on the door, this my takeaway. Lying on the floor, you can't take it now. I put on the show, let me take a bow. Break it down to Jamaican style. So close, why you ain't? Drop it real low, baby, why you ain't? Now we just cruising, and why you ain't? Never get confused, she by my side. I love it when you style up, good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on run. Feel the vibration, baby. Shawty so close, and why you ain't? Drop it real low, baby, why you ain't? Now we just cruising, and why you ain't? Never Never get confused, she find my tight. I love it when you style up, good weed and me break it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on run. Feel the vibration, baby.
Hey, we back. So, we just went through a whole little, BB's Bops of the Week. What y'all think about that? I mean,
you played some dope music in between.
Some dope videos.
So that's okay.
The videos was crazy.
Right? Like, folks is really coming through with the music videos.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all go ahead and send those to convosinchicago@gmail.com. And if it's too big of a file, you can always just add that email to your G file, the little, what is it called? The little downloader thingy. What is it called?
I do WeTransfer, so y'all Google Android having people do different stuff.
Excuse me, I am iPhone.
Oh well, then you
I'm just saying. The Google Drive, y'all. The Google Drive. You can go ahead and put it in Google Drive. What y'all think about those videos? Hey,
videos was fire.
Yeah,
they was dope.
All of them.
Definitely lit. And so we are sitting here, and I'm trying to go back and find the other one while we sit here talk to Jovi. Jovi, so what made you move back to Chicago for real?
For real, like it was not just to be closer to my son, but literally I needed to be home to like do what I'm about to do right now, which is I want to take the album to the next level. So the first album I dropped it, and then I instantly moved away. And I was gone, and I wasn't able to like be at all the shows and be at all the places. And so when I would come home, like only certain people knew me, like, oh, okay, that's Jovi the guy. Most people was like, who is he? Right. When I would come through, like, who is that guy? Who is him? Nobody knew me. And so this time I need to take it to the next level with what I'm trying to do with the Inception album, with going direct to consumer and, not doing the streaming platforms and, chasing the imaginary bag. I want to touch the people, and so I need to be home in order to touch the people home, not as well as how I do, state to state and all the other stuff that I do. But that was the main reason for me to come back home, being close to my kids and doing this album and growing it homegrown, with all of these different artists and features that I was able to get, like I just said, Permanent Scars featuring Ben One and Taco, Summer Vibes, Raw Unscripted, and Sinatra's. I got Bar for Bar, it's a beat that's made by Two Official. I got Easy O'Hare, Dino, Big Manny, like the people that's just on this album that I was able to touch being back home. It would have been more difficult, of course, doing it from Memphis. So since I'm back home, I'm able to call people up. I got great relationships with all these people, and so it just works out perfectly being back. And then, I got to actually come back for what's mine. Like, let's be clear. My first,
what's yours?
Listen, let's be clear.
Expound on that.
Let's be clear. My first album, I came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And Jovi the God, The Rebirth was nominated for Album of the Year, Lyricist of the Year, and every award show. And nobody knew who I was. I didn't even live out here.
Because I met you because, at the first 3 months.
At the award show.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who I was until then. I was a out of nowhere phenomenon. He got a movie. He got Who is Jovi the God, right? And so this time I'm back for literally what's mine. This is not to discredit anybody that's doing whatever y'all doing. I love all of y'all, but I make complete albums. Like my albums are really an emotional roller coaster where I take you from A to Z and I take you through a timeline and a synopsis of my life. Right. I'm making real records. I'm in movies. I'm doing everything, to the next level because I'm Jovi the God. It's only one me, and so I'm back for literally everything that I feel was mine. Like every award show, when I come through, I come through. Every show that I perform at, I come through heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about choirs, live bands, all of the top singers want to, be on my sets. Everybody want to be on my sets. Like, it's different, when you're dealing with an artist of my caliber, and I put myself up there with the biggest and the best. That's why I'm able to call the Sinatrases and able to call the Easy O'Hares, and they show me love because they respect what I do. You know what I'm saying? And so I got some lines in the next album that's coming out, The Inception. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, you know what I'm saying? But I created a lot of waves that a lot of these independent artists is doing right now. A lot of the things they talk about, a lot of the things that they saying, a lot of the way that they move, the way that they dress, that's all Jovi DaGod. And I appreciate it and I love it. So I'm finna come out with a new blueprint. I'm finna come out with a new formula of how independent artists should be doing it, and I'm gonna show you that it can be done where you can get the residual money yourself. Direct to consumer, that ain't for the weak. It's easy to drop your album on any streaming platforms. Every artist can click and push in the button, and that's easy. But can you touch the people? You know what I'm saying? Right. Can you really put out a product that the people want to go and get? And say, I'm gonna spend my $10 on you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna spend $13 a month because they listen to Beyonce, they listen to all the other people on the streaming platforms along with you. You know what I'm saying? But when they come to your website or they come to your platform and they strictly get whatever from you, that means you touching the people. You got a direct connection with people. You know what I'm saying? And I salute
a fan base, which is important.
I salute artists like Taco. Taco got a fan base. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I admire, bro. He got a real fan base. He touches the people.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? And so it hit different when you doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we shooting for this time. The Inception album.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that it might be time to play both of these joints.
Absolutely.
I think that I got it together over here because
okay. We rocking and rolling.
This computer has a mind of its own half the time. I'm taking full responsibility, for my lack of technical advances and stuff like that, y'all. But sprinkle.
It happens.
And hit y'all with
you fix it though. Mrs. Fix It.
So it's called Summertime Vibe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So this song right here, I'll bring it in for you. You finna put the Sinatra song on?
Bring it on.
Oh man, listen. This is called Summer Vibes, featuring Raw Unscripted and Sinatra's. This the summer anthem, so for all the ladies out there, there's finna be summertime fine. What you call them, fine-ish summer. You know what I'm saying?
Kiwi.
For all the Kiwi, fine-ish summer. For all the ladies out there, they got that summer vibe. You know what I'm saying? This one for y'all. Salute to my boy Sinatra.
I did not get ready for the summer, but I'm gonna listen to this song.
So it's called Summer Vibes or Summertime Vibes? Summer Vibes.
It's called Summer Vibes. Yeah,
nice.
It's called Summer
I'm
Vibes.
Excited.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's because it's a vibe. The summer changes everything. It changes relationships.
People get pregnant in the summer.
Perspectives. It changes.
People do get pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah. People get pregnant all year round.
But in the summer,
winter is layup season.
It's like. But it's so many people.
In the summer, everybody running wild. They wide open. They, everybody wanna, the clothes come off. The, you know what I'm saying? The bottles come out. The rooftops get open.
Yeah.
Everything gets unthawed, and everybody wanna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so, y'all be having a hot girl summer. You know how y'all get sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Never ever had what's a hot girl summer?
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the hot girl summer is. Y'all outside.
Outside what?
No, they outside with the hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? Got the little booty shorts on outside.
Hey, man.
Got it popping rooftops,
I'll be
mimosas.
seeing that in the winter.
Hookah.
We gonna play these joints back to back. Both Summer Vibes and Permanent Scars.
Nice.
And that's
let's get busy.
one featuring Taco and then one.
Two of my favorite people.
So we're gonna go ahead and play those.
Three,
Jovi
in there too.
And we got Rachel L. Gary coming up soon.
Hey,
so make sure y'all go ahead and tune in to some of these commercials that I'm putting up. Yeah, I like doing my little commercials.
Yeah,
it's an ad
that's
reel.
dope.
So y'all go ahead. And this is Summer Vibes by Jovi DaGod featuring
Raw Unscripted and Sinatra.
Featuring Sinatra.
One of my favorite artists as well. Y'all got a lot of my.
Summer vibes, summer vibes, summer vibes, summer vibes.
Yeah. The way you walk, the way you talk, you got a summer vibe. Look,
she got a summer
I mean, real pressure. Got niggas chasing after her like Devin Hester. She get to the bag, ain't in it to brag. She know you can't compare Austin to Michigan. Santorini, Greece, baby cashed out on her birthday. And she don't post her cash app on her birthday. She been hot. 20 on her wristwatch, 3 degrees. She ain't into twerking on her TikTok. She ain't flexing just to say she did it. Real Gucci bag, got G's on it and G's in it. Her money and her moral compass intact. She don't need a nigga for nothing, and that's a fact.
She got a summer vibe, the bitch bad in the summertime, but she cold when the summer's over. She mad when the summer's over. Yeah, she got a summer vibe, the bitch bad in the summertime, but she cold when the summer's over. She mad when the summer's over. She about to get that shine on her own terms, hard to cuff that dime. Call it daddy issues, cause she burning through the bread like a California fire. Woo! Pole class on the low, bet you're wondering how she got that body. And I can tell how you move, you a chess piece thinking way past you. Woo! Order wine by the case, expensive perfume, Hermes on the waist. She got a summer vibe, but the bitch get cold when you turn it down. She got a summer vibe, the bitch bad in the summertime, but she cold when the summer's over. She mad when the summer's over. Yeah, she got a summer vibe, the bitch bad in the summertime, but she cold when the summer's over. She mad when the summer's over.
RP neighborhood.
You want to understand how to make something. I think that's what's been critical for me. Because I make something, I take something from zero and I make it, which is music, and that's a very powerful tool.
I'm rolling harder, baby. Permanent scars and face. Check out these balls and chase it. Pour me some drink right now. Hop in the car and race it. How with the stars are fading. Been feeling godly lately. I miss the Zen with the lane. I feel like Tarzan. I hop in the farm. I feel like a Martian. They hating regardless. I pull up and park it. I might pull up and spark it. You ain't shit with a target. I shop after the market. Yeah, I need me a pound right now. If I drip, they gon' drown right now. I can throw you a style right now. I gotta throw in a towel right now. You never gon' win. Yeah, we up and you upside down. Already on 10. I might fuck on the friends. Got a year with the lens. Tell the vision for real, for real. I get right to the ends. In the cut like a bandage. On the run like a bandit. On your head like a bandana. Do it up for the family. Yeah, I'm shooter with real mob ties. Might get you whack. Run off on the plug one time. Might get you sacked. I speak nothing but facts. Turn you to the max. Smoke a spliff and relax. Got a head on my lap. Yeah, we took out the miles and made it. I'm rolling harder, baby. Permanent scars and faces. Take out these bars and chase it. Pour me some drink right now. Hop in the car and race it. I'm high with the stars and fading. Been feeling godly lately. I miss the sand with the lane. I feel like Tarzan. I might hop in the foreign. Shit, I feel like a Martian. They be hating regardless. I might pull up a parking. I might pull up a sparking. You ain't put up target.
Tryna answer my calling, and I'm on a call right now. Another incoming call right now. I'm still on call right now. Finna pick
Man, look. With the doggone technology, man. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
I got my boy, Jovi DaGod.
You already know.
In the building,
I'm back.
the one and only.
And now joining us, we have the fabulous Rachel L. Gary.
Yes, in the building.
Definitely.
I am excited.
Excited to be here. And Rachel, we're going to get to you in a minute, but you know, I'm gonna apologize publicly to Jovi because I am looking for permanent scars and the system, and I'm still downloading it. So my apologies. That was not his permanent scars. We're gonna play that probably towards the end. Okay. In the meantime, we did play Summer Vibe.
Yeah,
for sure.
Featuring Sinatra's.
Absolutely.
How did that even come about? Like, I know y'all cool, but like, it always surprises me when folks be getting in the studio together and then boom.
Yeah.
Like, so how did that conversation go? And
so I made Permanent Scars 3 years ago. Me and Ra Unscripted. And so when I made the chorus, I just heard Ra.
We talking Summer Vibes or Permanent Scars? We talking about
Summer Vibes.
Okay.
We talking Summer Vibes.
Okay, right.
So Summer Vibes, the singer on that song is named Ra Unscripted.
Okay.
Chicago legend.
Shout out to Ra Unscripted.
Ra Unscripted is a Chicago legend. And so Ra Unscripted, I heard him on that chorus when I created the chorus in my head. We made that song 3 years ago.
Yes.
Like right during the rebirth time. As I made the song, you know, and I'm on my hiatus and I'm just sitting on all of these records waiting to put the Inception out. I'm like, well, I got to take every record to the maximum. Who can I put on what? You know, to make it fit, you know, because a lot of artists are like discouraged when it comes to features. They don't want to dilute their album because they don't want to have other artists on the album who could be better than them, right? And so that's an ego.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing for sure.
Wow.
That is for sure a thing. I don't want to have too many features because I don't want to possibly have an artist on my album who's better than me.
Absolutely.
Right. And so I make my records personally for artists who are better than me.
I like that.
Yeah.
idea.
So I'll make a record because I'll hear somebody else on that record. Like, ooh, he'll sing this or say this, or you know what I'm saying? It's no ego thing with me because I'm Jovi DaGod. You know, I'm the Tupac of this. I'm like, I'm everywhere. I'm in movies. I'm doing all type of stuff. I'm not in one base, you know? And so when we created the song, we've been sitting on the song for 3 years. We re-recorded it 5,000 times. Like, how many times are we going to re-record it? So I was like, we need to take it to the next level. And I just heard Sinatra's on it. And for my birthday last year, I had a mega studio session. So all the people from the 312 Awards, who won all the major awards.
I guess.
Sinatra's won Lyricist of the Year. Easy O'Hare won Hip Hop Artist of the Year, and Queen Ari won R&B Artist of the Year the first year of the 312 Awards. So for my birthday, I brought them all together in the studio to do the 3 records that I wanted for them. And I just knew Sinatra's would be perfect for Summer Vibes because he talked that talk, you know. He got that bravado, you know, like of what to say. And you know, when he came out, listen, the studio he said her Gucci bag got real G's on it and G's in it. The whole studio went crazy. Oh my God, we got Sinatra's in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And so I love that record, Sinatra's Summer Vibes. We shooting a video July 13th for Black Scene Weekend. Okay. So we're gonna have the yachts out, we're gonna have the models out, we're gonna do the whole Jovi DaGod Big Pimpin'.
Save me a seat. I'll wear a 2-piece.
You gonna drive the boat or you gonna ride the boat?
I ain't gonna ride the boat.
Okay, you gonna ride the boat. You gonna ride the boat. For sure. Salute to Sinatra's, man. Salute to Ra Unscripted. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Love y'all, man.
And they can see you tonight.
Yeah, tonight we're gonna be on
tonight at the
Hip Hop Culture Fest. Yeah, make sure y'all get the tickets right now. They still on Eventbrite. If you don't get the tickets, don't even worry about it. Pull up. Y'all can cash out at the front door. Make sure y'all come see. It's gonna be some dope artists, not just myself. Tros is on there. Cypher Sick is on there. Dino is on there. It's a couple more artists. If I don't know your name, y'all dope too. Absolutely. This is brought on by like Jerry Porter and 2 Officials. So they're my brothers. So like, you know, make sure y'all pop out, support. You know what I'm saying? We just want to do right by all our people, make sure we out there, make sure we, one collective unit, man, because if Chicago start moving, like Atlanta move, like Houston move, like Dallas move, if we actually start moving together as independent artists, then, we can be a force, Voltron, we stronger together than we are apart. So make sure y'all come out and support, spend that little money from 9 to 12 o'clock. We're going to be at Bourbon on Division, man. Let's get it popping. And I'm going to have the bottles and the models out. I'm coming. You know what Dolph said?
Said bottles and the models.
Dolph said, this is what Dolph said, and I'm not gonna say the other word. Dolph said, I walk in with 6 women, my uncle say that's pimping. You hear me? I'm bringing the women out. We're gonna have 10, 15 out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come out, man. We're gonna have bottles and we're gonna perform, and y'all, have a good time. Men, spend that money, man. Stop acting broke. Come spend that $20 and get on some ladies.
Jumping on couches tonight, okay? No jumping on the couch.
Listen. Hold on. Sprinkle, and pause on the sprinkle. Listen.
No.
Listen, not tonight.
No fugazi.
No
showboating.
No. Listen, I do. I'm Jovi the guy, and so wherever I go, I have a good time. I'm living life to the fullest. Like I told you, I'm in my era. I'm in my zone of my passions of everything I love to do, and I love life right now. And so, yes, I do be standing on couches. I'm going to stand on your furniture. I'm going to come into your event with bottles. I'm going to pay for a lot of people. We're going to have a good time. My friends are going to pay for a lot of people. We're going to eat.
Did you hear what he said, y'all? Let me say that. Because
because there was a post earlier about
what? Yes.
Yeah, because I believe shout out to DJ K Season. He made a post that was about paying and making sure that you don't ask for 8, 9 folks
10,
to get
15,
in.
20 people to get into the event, and you already
you want me to touch that, right? And so I ain't gonna stab into it because I know every artist is different, and I'm just in my purpose when it comes to my career. But here's how it goes: it's a double-edged sword between promoter and artist, and I understand both because I've done both. In Memphis, I threw my own shows they call Speaker Box. Chris Cornelius got a record deal off of my shows, so it's for real. And so I understand the spectrum of both. But as an artist, it is imperative for you to perform and show that you can provide hard ticket sales.
Absolutely.
As an artist, if you can't, I'm from the era in the 90s where they would hand you 20 tickets and say, sell them to get in my show.
Yep.
And you had to go and sell 20 tickets to your friends and family at $20 a ticket. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of artists feel like, oh, it's me and I'm coming through and pay me. And this ain't no downtime, but half your artists can't bring 20 or 30 people out. You want somebody to pay you, but you can't bring 40 people to the door. So if I give you $300, can I make $600 off of you? Because that's how any business person thinks. And so when it comes to me, I'm just giving y'all real talk, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an artist too.
That's why I just heard a bearer of truth.
Because I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? And so what I do is I make it work for me. I make the promoters give me something because I'm gonna bring y'all something. You know what I'm saying? And so if I come in 30 deep, you're gonna have to. It's a give and take. You know what I'm saying? And everybody does. One hand wash the other. Both hands wash the face.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? And so artists got to understand, man. It's not just about you getting up there rapping for 5 minutes and having 7 people see you. Can you bring a crowd out? Can you bring 20 people to a door? Can you make a promoter respect you and say, hey, I'm finna bring 20 people and I want the bottle for $30 because I got 30 people at your door. You know what I'm saying? And I want a section and I want some wings and I want to make sure all the women are sitting down and things like that. Because I'm bringing 20 women or whatever.
They will accommodate that.
They will, but you have to be able to be humble enough and you got to show and prove. But first comes the humility of saying, I'm willing to pay. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to say, okay, even if they can't do it, I'll do it just to make sure we do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about doing it. It's all about you look good. I look good. We all look good. We all working for each other. Look, I may have to pay you this time, but the next time I may not have to pay you. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, it's all about that. And at the end of the day, that's all it's about. So I just want to drop that jewel on artists, man. Stop acting tight with y'all pockets, and promoters, stop acting tight with y'all door. Show some love. Tell them artists, hey man, you give me $200 up front, I'll let you get 30 people in. And then the artist is like, cool, because I can just
everybody happy.
Everybody's happy. And so one hand wash the other.
And both hands wash the face.
Both hands wash the face. That's the first time I heard that one. I like it. I'm gonna use it again. Now, but man, look,
see that print on the t-shirt. One hand wash the other. Look, the whole visual is in my head.
Without further ado,
get that on the shirt before it be on Vita shirt. That's gonna be it. She gonna lock
I'm gonna have to copyright that. She finna run with the one hand wash the other, boy. Hey, that's gonna be copyrighted in the morning.
Yo, we got Rachel L. Gary in the building.
Yes.
Poverty to six figures.
Yes.
Up in here.
That's heavy.
And this is a book launch party.
Nice.
Just so you all know, if you don't know, Rachel is a success coach, an author, a business owner. And she also is one of our newest additions to My Radio Chicago. Wake Up CEO.
Okay.
Show that's on Wednesdays. Are you 5 to 7? 3 to 5. Exactly. Okay.
Nice.
And so we just wanted to bring you on and say, hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome for being here and being able to shed the light and share with people what your magic and your gifts and your love and your support. And I just want to ask you, A, how did you come up with the title of the book? And B, what made you even get into being a success coach?
I appreciate both questions. And I want to first say that when just getting on the radio, I got to tell everyone this quick story. My very first day, Bebe was right here with me, helping me out. So I appreciated her immensely that day. I didn't know anything about the boards. The only thing I knew is I had a message that I wanted to spread and bring to individuals out there about self-growth and beginning with self-love.
Nice.
So to her first question, how I came up with the title, #Poverty to Six Figures, is all about the fact of that's what I did. And it's a break in the mindset of that we can't have, we can't work together. Very, very, very close to what Jovi DaGod was saying down there, that at the end of the day, we have to understand that poverty is a mindset.
Yeah.
If you believe that I'm from the streets of Chicago, south side of Chicago, that's where I grew up. And what I saw on the streets, guys, I'm not going to speak about something you don't know. It was drugs, there was gangbanging, there was hookers. That's what we saw.
For sure.
Now, that's a poverty mindset.
Yep.
We don't believe it, but it is.
Yeah.
The second that we degrade or we're degrading ourselves, ladies, y'all gonna love and hate it at the same time. The second that we degrade ourselves for guys, Jovi, you're gonna love and hate that at the same time. It goes this way. The second that we degrade ourselves for other people's entertainment and other people's thoughts, it takes us down a notch.
Yes.
It takes us mentally down a notch. So a lot of times when you hear confidence, you have confidence, but you have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
So
that's heavy.
And people don't really understand that that's thing. It is.
I get it.
In our community, for sure.
It's a deep in our community thing.
Yes.
So for me, when I was looking on those corners and I saw the drug dealers out there, I saw all of those things. I was in some of and I became attracted to that lifestyle because it comes with bling, it comes with money, it comes with cars, it comes with all those things.
For sure.
How did I break that?
Yeah.
So it took me years to get out of the mindset that was all there was.
Yeah.
Right.
So once I got out of that was all there was, I said this, my last bonus from the last job I had was $80,000. That was my bonus, not my check.
Nice.
So
careers.
I said that there's a difference in the mindset of when you go from the poverty mindset that you can't have to the possibilities are endless.
There we go.
So like the shirt I'm wearing where it says I'm possible. When I really dove deep into the word I'm impossible, it says two words. I'm possible. So that's what made me start writing in the first place. I wanted to get the information out there of how I did it. So when I very first started in the workforce, I was making $7 an hour. I was barely getting by. That was a little above minimum wage at the time. When I walked away from my career, I was making $263,000 a year. I had put people in positions that were making $100,000.
Wow.
Nice.
So now, and I don't want to. Let me be respectful. Black people in those positions.
You hear me?
So a lot of people
sprinkle, pause. Black people.
Yeah. So the managers that worked under me were
I'm gonna just
making
bring
$100,000.
Jovi on to cue me when I need to go sprinkle.
Okay. I might say pause afterwards, but sprinkle, Dak. Talk to him. Come on.
But that's a true thing. When the 3 managers that worked underneath me all were making $100,000 before bonus.
Nice.
With a bonus package of 25 to 35% of their annual salary.
That's crazy.
So that's $35,000 cash that they get as a bonus.
Yeah.
Wow.
You ain't even making that on the street.
Nope.
Let's keep it 100.
No.
So I was not just changing my life.
Others.
It was about bringing other people up as well.
Nice.
Which is what's in the pages of #Poverty to 6 Figures.
Okay.
It gives a step-by-step, and I do mean step-by-step. Every chapter 1, after there's an action plan, because it's not about having a conversation. It's about the action you're putting behind
for
it.
sure.
You cannot do anything. If you're at home dreaming right now or whatever goals you're looking to do, and you haven't put any action about it, you're going to be dreaming for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I heard a quote. It's a lot of dreams in the grave.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of, and that's true. It's a lot of talent and dreams in the graveyard.
Yeah, because
of procrastination.
It's funny.
I'm a procrastinator.
I gotta give y'all some. These. I've already written my notes for my event that's happening next week.
Okay.
Yes. So that both of those things are in there because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
People are looking for perfection, and perfection is nothing but you procrastinating to do the things that you can start doing.
Yeah.
For sure.
In activities. That is what brings growth.
Yep.
You're gonna fail forward. You're gonna fall down, get up. But all of that is about action. If anyone who's looking at my Facebook page every morning, I put a affirmation out there. I don't, no, none of these. Gotta be honest. None of these. I am this. I am no. It's I'm speaking my life into existence every day.
Right.
I am grateful for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I'm
and
glad you're saying that because I wanted to talk to you about basically the speaking your life into existence portion. Basically, is manifesting.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I wanted to touch with you about. Like what's your perspective on manifesting? How does that tie into the book that you put out?
It's very great
I do
question.
this every time I'm on here.
That's my low key. That's my little co-host.
And the next co-host is Jovi DaGod. I'm gonna pick him up on Wake Up CEO. He don't know yet, but we're gonna get my card in a minute. But no, great question. Everything is about manifestation.
Yeah.
You create
good
things
or
twice.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was hit it just from the angle. You create things twice. You create them in your mind before you ever do them, because it's a scientific fact that you think something 9 seconds before it ever happens.
Right.
Before you see something, your brain takes 9 seconds to process it before you even see it. Hear it, think it, talk it, speak it, think, dream it. So if you're talking to yourself in your mind that I'm broke, all you're doing in your life is playing out what you're thinking.
Right.
So a manifestation is all about the thoughts that you share and the thoughts that you keep with yourself. You're going to have negative things that happen to you. What you do with those negative things is you can turn those around. Your thoughts. You have so many subconscious thoughts.
Right.
But if you feed yourself a whole lot of negativity, those subconscious thoughts are going to constantly be negative.
For sure.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a person who listens to only positive music. I'm just that way because I'm looking for always being able to pull from a well of positivity.
Right.
So when negative situations are happening, because they're going to occur, we're living in this thing called life.
Yeah.
So when those negative things occur, I want to be able to still draw from that positive energy.
I hear that.
Me too.
I don't mean to cut y'all off. I hear that. This ain't funny, but I listen to Megan Thee Stallion for inspiration. I do. I know that sounds funny.
No, it's funny. My wife listens
is.
to Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm gonna mess up the name. She's gonna be on the news any other day. What's the other young lady? Oh my goodness.
What she look like?
I've never even seen her.
Oh.
I don't watch videos. I only watch TV one day a week, guys.
Are you talking about Lotto?
No.
Sexy Red.
Oh, she hates Sexy
Glorilla.
Red.
Glorilla.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's one.
Now listen. As an artist, I like
Sharice
Glorilla.
got it.
Glorilla.
I like Glorilla. Glorilla is nice.
Yeah.
Glorilla is a little different than the new wave of female artists.
She the auntie's favorite rapper.
Yeah, she kind of got that like Lil Kim edge. She hard.
In a good way.
In a good way.
If you listen
like
to
she
the
hard,
words,
like she'll slap her man. You know, like I'll slap
She
you.
is.
She ain't gonna do it, but she
right. Like I'll just might.
I don't think that she ain't gonna do it. You know what?
she won't do it to the one who know how to handle it. I heard one of her interviews is you got to be kind of tough.
Yeah.
You know, like some women
That's
do
Memphis
need
women
to be
for sure.
put in and I ain't talking about like, you know, physically and all that, but she needs somebody who know how to guide her.
Yeah, but I said this on the statement you're making about guiding. It also you guys gonna hate it.
Go ahead, talk your truth.
Talk your talk.
I am. If you guys ever watch Wake Up CEO, I am very candid with my conversation.
For sure.
Because if I sugarcoat it, you guys are not gonna get it. So it goes this way. We have a lot of women who are strong and are looking for men who wanted to step up to them. But we have to understand. People have to understand. I mean that for guys who have a way of masculinity about them. They don't want a woman who is challenging that masculinity.
That's right.
That's not true.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna hit you this. I got 50 to 100 guy friends that I speak to every day. This is from my perspective. I only speak from my perspective, guys. I be honest.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I do.
For sure.
But
let me just say, from a perspective of a masculine man who is in his masculine era, literally is in control of everything and can lead any woman who chooses to fall under my provision and protection. A masculine man wants a woman who challenges him.
Absolutely.
A masculine man wants a woman to say,
in a positive way,
okay, I see this is your vision, but maybe if we do this with that, then we'll go there faster. You know,
but that's a partnership. That's not a masculine woman either.
But yes, there is no. And so here's how I see that: in man and woman, there is masculine and feminine energy.
Correct.
And so if the person is in tune with either one of those energies, then they know when to display that energy. You know, they know when to be the forefront or the fallback.
Yeah.
You know,
y'all talk about that interdependence that I love talking about. That's that interdependence that we talking about, and it's so important right now. Like I think people just miss that. Like everybody busy talking about individualism and independence.
I'm an alpha. The alpha means one. That means I'm an alpha male. I'm an alpha male. I'm not an alpha male. I'm a masculine male. I'm not an alpha. I'm not the one.
Alpha.
Yeah.
I love that.
If study the history of alpha males, then you will see some of y'all won't be like, I'm an alpha male.
You don't want to be an alpha male.
Nobody wants to be a beta. Let's put that out there. Nobody want to be a beta for real.
Ain't no beta.
But it's more betas than there are alpha men to the truest of its definition.
True.
So,
but is that the cause of what's the root?
Is it the cause of the rift?
It's the cause of the raising.
Yeah, I know what you was about to say.
That's it. It's more beta males because 90% of us are raised by women.
Raised by women. I was about to say because you don't have the
masculine in the house to show us how to be masculine. It takes us until we're
grown
40 to get masculine. Every man says, "Oh, when you get 40, you get better." That's because 30, it takes 40. Us to we get to that age to say, "Okay, this is how a masculine man is supposed to operate."
And then,
until then, we running around like.
But with that. With the women, what I've learned, and I've even learned later on, and with that, this lady who teaches about interdependence is when you're a single mother, is to put your son into activities that males are over. But I've never. Well, I had a crazy. Not true, but you know how that could be a problem.
To the white
you know how that could be a problem from a woman.
On that.
You do now because it's rough. I raised a boy, and one thing as a woman, when you raise a boy, because men in period have to suffer consequences. They have to know this is going to happen because of this.
That's the only way we learn.
So yes, that's how boys operate.
The only way men learn is through forge and fire.
And then
we won't learn if forge and fire.
No, it's true.
It's funny that you use that title. That's the name of my first book. It's Forged in Fire from Ashes to Empowerment. That's the name. That's the book that's out currently. That's the name of my book that's out right now. Usually I have my books in here, but I knew that you were going to have a couple of guests. I said I'm not going to put them up here. No. The first book is called Forged in Fire.
That's crazy.
From Ashes to Empowerment because it's a true statement. It's a very true thing. Through our lives, we're forged through all of the pain, the hurt, the trials and tribulations, and as humans. And I think that we lose sight of that you have to get past it.
Yes.
So I tell people that's why it says from ashes to empowerment. Because you have to get past the things that have hurt you and get to the point of now I've survived, let's strive and now thrive.
And when I think about that ashes term, meaning burning the old you, that person is going, and then the new you will rise out of
and so that's
like a phoenix. Like a phoenix.
I love that.
That's what's on the front of the cup.
And that's literally what's
tattooed
on my whole back. It's the city of Chicago on my whole back in the Phoenix rising up.
I don't want to know what's tattooed.
See how he likes to throw stuff in there like it's all about rebirth, and I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpios are all about rebirth and rejuvenation, redoing everything, and so that is huge right there. Forged in fire, burning yourself down and then building yourself back up.
The old you
to the new you. That is crazy.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the old you made you who you are.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, so that for me, for how I take it is that I'm not that person anymore. Now, when I wrote Forged in Fire, I got to tell you how deep I had to go into my mind to be that throughout, because I wanted to write authentically. So I had to how do I get back to that person? Because I'm no longer that person.
Absolutely.
And when I read the book, it sounds so like it's a third party.
Right.
Because
that's not true anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so far away from that person.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I tell people I didn't run away from the past. I just grew.
Yeah.
And
you evolved through the past.
Through the past. I tell people I utilize the things from my past to grow into the future me.
Absolutely.
And right now, today,
That's
everything
so
that I'm doing currently is to grow to the future Rachel L. Gary.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what I put in hashtag poverty to six figures. I put the information that allows you to grow.
Yeah.
Grow the mindset that is needed for you to take over companies, for you to actually be a leader within your own company. Because a lot of people start off as entrepreneurs in a business, but they've never worked for a company before.
Right.
And
That's true.
It's a catch-22 thing, because you fail a lot more in your business because you don't know what a business structure looks like.
Exactly.
And me, on the other hand, I've been in corporate. I've been in leadership for 25 years.
Yep.
So when I said I was going to start my own business, my business was already. I was already laying out the next 5 years in
Based
my
off
head.
of the corporate structure that you already do.
Correct.
Yeah.
So right now, I tell people that the only thing that I was missing was the marketing piece. And what I did was I surrounded myself with people who had that circle of genius. Because my circle of genius is to have conversations with leaders who are looking to be the CEOs of their lives.
Right.
And CEOs are being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction. That's what a CEO is.
Say that again slowly for us. Let me hear that again.
CEO stands for being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction. And I mean, I'm a huge component of you being a person who, if you run you can't help anyone else if you can't run you.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Right.
So,
That's for sure.
I mean, and it's dealing with your mental state. It's having a conversation, being able to deal with your emotional state, having a conversation, and understanding that other people have points of view, and allowing everyone to be right.
Yeah.
Because everyone is right.
Is right. From their point of view. Yeah, for sure.
So because everyone, we're all living in our own paradigms. We're not living in we all sat in this room. I guarantee you that each one of us took something different from the conversations we just had.
For sure.
And if that's the case, that means that you're gonna be right from your perspective. You're gonna be right from yours. I'm gonna be right, and so is BB. Everybody online, we're all gonna be right. But we have to also be ready to be open for everyone else's point of view.
Yeah, for sure.
And to me, that's when I tell people that's when you really are running your life, when you're able to put information out, accept information in, and grow throughout that process.
I love that. Poverty to six figures. You having a book signing.
Yes.
Meet and greet. And you want to do a Q&A. You're going to do a champagne toast. It's going to be some entertainment.
I'm about to get you now.
June 15th.
It is more than an event. Okay. That is not even what's happening anymore. So this is a movement. So I'm going to tell you who I asked. So I called some people in because I'm looking to change lives in that room.
For sure.
Now, building wealth is about first switching the mindset that you can't have.
That's the first part.
That's the very first thing. I don't care how much money you get. That's why lottery winners are broke within a year.
Yep.
People who won hundreds of millions of dollars are broke within a year. Money does not solve your problems.
Nope.
A mindset shift does. So what I have in that room is I have people who can lend money. People can help build wealth in that room. So I have Shay from Higher Levels, who's going to be bringing in the holistic healing, because without health, there is no wealth.
For sure.
So she's going to be in
and
the room.
health is wealth.
Exactly.
Health is actually wealth.
Did you look at my poster today? No, I'm just messing with you. If you look at my page right now, that's what it says.
Health is wealth.
Because without health, you get no wealth and you can't grow.
Yeah.
So she's going to be speaking about health, holistic health. Then I have Yolanda Jeffries, who's going to be in the room, who's talking about how to have $100 million in development capital and how to develop. She can do that in 3 different states. That's Atlanta. That's Georgia, Indiana, and Illinois.
Hey, Indiana, I'm going to stop you. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, Indiana is wide open for development. So what she is talking about is super in line, because Gary, they about to do renovations. Gary is about to get gentrified. All of these places in Indiana.
Well, it's about time.
Lafayette is about to get in the next. If Donald Trump put tweets out, invest in Gary, listen, they're about to start spending money in Lafayette and in Gary and Kokomo and all of these little towns in Indiana. They're about to build them up, and there's money out there. So
because they just recently got awarded the hotel.
So they about to. It's about to be a lot of money. Indiana's about to change.
Yeah, so I totally agree. Yeah. So I have a couple of friends who actually have already been invested in Gary. They've been investing in Gary for a long time, ever since there were $1,000 houses in Gary. Listen. So I invested in the south side of Chicago. So I own a couple of buildings. I own a couple of buildings, a couple of houses in the south side of Chicago, because I believed when you build and you are able to spend money, you spend money in the community that raised you. Because when we take our money outside of our community, that's when the quote unquote gentrification can happen. Yeah. You can't buy something that I own.
Right. True.
So, but if I'm willing to pay, willing to take your money and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and move out the neighborhood.
I'm abandoning it.
We're abandoning what we say we want. Yeah. So that goes to us having that clear. That's why it's a C and CEO, being clear. So when you're clear that you're looking to build a community, which ties into your second question that you asked me, why did I decide to do this? Because I was the little girl who was who graduated from Fisk on 61st and Ingleside, who went to Hyde Park on 63rd and Stony, and who hung out in the streets from South Shore all the way to Western, gang banging and all of those things in the world, who didn't have someone who was who was having statements or saying that I could do something different.
Right.
No, so I wanted to be the change I wanted to see in the world.
For sure.
And to be the change you want to see in the world, you do just that.
Can I ask you what you just said? What was the point in your life where you found all those things?
That turning point.
Yeah, when did it start clicking?
Yeah, that turning point.
2004 in January 4th, between January 4th, 2004. I was sitting on the cold front porch, sleeping on my sister-in-law's couch. Okay. I had 2 kids and said, what the hell? How the hell did I get here? So I sat there, and I'm gonna tell you, it was 20 degrees outside. And it was like 8:00 at night, which it was below zero by this time.
For sure.
I was on that porch for an hour and a half. I wrote down everything that had happened for the last year, every single thing, and I wrote down another column of everything I wanted to be happening. So on that day, you
saw your past and your future.
Yes, right then and there.
Right there.
And so what I did was I changed everything that I was doing to the people I hung out with, to where I went, what I did. Everything changed. Every time I rode the bus I got a job. Well, every time I rode on the bus to and from work, I was listening to motivational speakers, Les Brown, and Zig Ziglar. I listened to them 2 hours every single day. When I walked into my house, my goal to this day is still the same. I wanted to be a person my children were proud of.
Facts.
And that didn't mean a parent. That's a person. Means that I came up with a set of rules for myself that I stuck to. Yeah. A person of integrity is number one. When I say I'm doing something, I am doing it. I don't care how I feel, what's going on. Like after I leave here, I'm going to the BRC event. There's a Black Revolutionary Collective, because they're talking about helping build a community. And I say some people talk about it. I can afford to do something about it.
For sure.
So, and I tell people that's why I'm having a conversation about hashtag poverty to 6 figures, because if you don't have the money, you can talk all you want.
Yeah.
That's so true.
That's why I'm bringing in that room people who can help you build we're not talking about building credit.
Right.
Okay.
Building your credit ain't gonna get you nothing. I tell you right now, my credit score is in the 4s because I own so much property that my debt to income ratio
is low.
Yeah. So what I had to do is get LLC and start pulling that stuff out of my name. But wait a minute, one more time. Let's my credit score is 4s. My credit score is in the 4s, but I own 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of property.
Right. So you owe over $500,000 in equity.
No. So I have over $10 million in equity.
That's what I'm talking about. So, I didn't want to put your number out there.
No, I don't care. I gave you
a blank number.
That's okay. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, being liquid.
Yep.
And people don't, but being liquid with money in your pocket, that's not money making babies.
At all.
I need money making babies.
That
if
means
money's
when I go to
making
sleep,
babies,
I make money. When I wake up,
I'm making money. And when that goes to the residuals, why artists want their masters so they can be able to have that money. Because that's how record labels make money.
Yep.
Can I ask you one more question? Okay, for a person that starting from the bottom, you know, that might not have the education yet or have the people, even they might be up in age or whatever. How can they start from that? Because it's people like that. How can they start from that to building themselves up?
Be in the room June 15th. At 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Hashtag poverty to 6 figures.
Yeah.
It is not a book launch.
Where is it?
It's going to be in Beverly. So right now you can go to www.sayiampossible.com. I'm going to say it one more time. www.sayiampossible.com. Click the link as soon as you hit the page, and it'll take you right to the event.
Would you encourage young people to come to that event?
Encourage more young people to be in that room than older people. Because I have to say this for us. I mean, I'm over 40, so we'll say it this way: it's harder to change an older mind than it is a younger mind.
For sure.
It's just a true thing.
For sure.
And we want our youth to have the information.
Yeah.
Because if they have the information, they grow.
They grow.
They grow. The quicker
the youth
they grow.
need it. It solidifies us. We need our youth to need the information.
Because in the next 20, 25 years, we're gonna be 2 seconds out of the
phased out.
We're gonna be 2 seconds out of the senior citizen homes that are now $7,000 a year. A month.
A month.
$7,000 a month.
70 grand, 70 to 80,000 a year for senior citizen living.
So if they need 80 grand, we need 80 grand to live in 20 years. And right now we're not making 80 grand. Who has to have the 80 grand to put me in that home? My son, my daughter,
and their kids.
They have to have it. So if I don't teach them how to make it, I say that if you're younger, being in that room is going to help you quicker because the younger you are, you absorb more information.
For sure.
The older you are, nothing personal. This is
what I'll give to the youth too, like the kids that are like my son's age. They're more open to ideas. And so they're not brainwashed to the system of go to school and do this and be that. They actually are against that system. They actually want to know how to invest, how to trade, they do that now. And so it's astonishing to see them.
Because they have more, they're privy to more information.
For sure.
And more doors and stuff has been open to this generation. And even helping older people. I mean, you got, now you have things at your fingertips too that we didn't have.
I'll say this: we had them, we just didn't utilize them. We had them, we didn't use them. I'm gonna tell a little short story. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna killing BB's hours over here.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we right.
So
this is perfect. Actually.
I said like this. When I was a child, I spent more of my time in the library than in school. So I was a very disruptive kid. I talk a lot about it in Forest and Fight. I was a very disruptive kid. From first grade to third grade, I spent 90% of my time in the library. Now, let me explain what I learned.
Was that because you were sent to the library?
They sent me to the library.
You was being disruptive in class.
The principal, he sent me to the library because he didn't want to suspend me.
Okay.
Because he felt I was a smart kid that was having problems. And I was. I was a kid there was a lot of problems going on at home, life in general.
Right.
But he sent me to the library. I spent all of that time reading. All I did was read. By the time I was 17, I had around probably 30,000 books.
Wow.
That's how I knew life was possible outside of what I saw every day.
For sure.
I went to the museum. The very first time I went to an opera, I was 17. I got a tux. I got me a ticket and I went by myself. I went in the opera. Now, my mother's a classical pianist. Pianist. Look at me, she would kill me off. Hope she's not watching this. But she's a classical pianist. She played for many schools. She could teach. She's probably taught people how to play piano. Yeah. She didn't teach us how to play, but she could play. And I like classical music, so I went there. But when I went, there were people getting out of limos, and not people who were renting limos. These were their drivers. Right. There's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference in you spending a stack on renting a limo and owning a limo where you're employing. Let's put the word employing a driver, which means you are part of an ecosystem.
For sure.
When you're part of an ecosystem, that is different than you being able to splurge. Yep. So those are different mindsets.
Absolutely. It is. For sure.
So those are things that I saw. My grandmother, she lived downtown. Now, when we went shopping, we shopped on Michigan Ave. Now, I'm not saying we were all in the big stores, but she was big on we Nordstrom Rack. That was my spot. I didn't even know that there was another store. It was funny. It was so funny. I mean, like in certain stores, I got to tell y'all a real funny story. 18, I called my grandmother and tell her about all these. I said, "Hey, grandma, let me tell you about this store I just went in. You go in and stuff was like $1.29, 89 cents." I'm telling the whole, so she's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Aldi. It's called Aldi." She said, "That store been around forever." Now, I didn't know nothing about the store because that's not where we shop.
Right.
It goes to, even though that's where we lived, that's not where my mother shopped. Right. Because that's not where her mother shopped.
Right.
So she took us, we would go to Jules, Cubs, this old store. Right, Cubs, and we would go to Potage downtown.
Oink.
Right.
I ain't never even been to Oink.
That's on the west side.
No, it's on the south side too. It's on 71st and Stony. But I had never been there. So these are the type of places. So it goes to, even though those are the neighborhoods I lived in, my mother, my grandmother didn't shop in those places, so she didn't shop in those places. So we shopping downtown at Potage, where a can of food will cost you $2 and $2 or $3 for a can, and you're like, I'm in here, it's $1, it's 89 cents. I'm going all wild. Grandma's 89 cents. She's like, that store's been around. But what was funny, she could, anytime anyone come around, she would crack the joke. You know about when Rachel called me and talking about that and all these. But what was funny, it goes to, I didn't know it existed. Yeah. Right. And that's where you just asked the question about how do you make the change? I'm being honest. I'm giving you the book, #Poverty Six Figure. If you cannot make the event, grab the book. But I said the reason of being in the room for the event is because the people I'm talking with can actually bring the cash.
Yeah.
We're not having conversations in that room where you guys leave the room with some information. We're leaving the room with information and a strategy to build generational wealth.
To actually get the capital.
Wealth. Yep. There's a difference between having money, being rich, and being wealthy.
It is.
There's a difference.
Those are all different.
And when you know that wealth is possible
and
in your reach, and quickly in your reach,
so
I'm telling you, I bought my house. Opening. My buildings I just bought. Last June, I bought 2 buildings. They were $210,000, $350,000 worth of rehab. Yep. Right now, I have a problem with the rehab. I mean, the rehab is done. It wasn't completely up to par, but I have repercussions because of the kind of loan I got. So right now, I'm suing the contractor. It doesn't matter if you're here. It's don't be lawsuit is already there. Because at this point, that's what's going on. Yeah. So my tenants they're very upset with the work. They're like, all this stuff you sold me the dream house. Look, I said, I appreciate you guys giving me information because without your information, I wouldn't even know.
Right.
It looks beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
But as soon as you close the doors, you cut the water on, stuff is going wrong. All right, no worries. This property is
it's part of the game, though.
And my tenant was upset because I'm nonchalant. I'm not nonchalant. It's just part of the game.
It literally is.
This is what it looked like.
This is what it looks like. Yep. So them having problems, I understand this is impacting you. Go ahead. I'm a discount your rent because that's right. I get it.
Yeah, but that's accommodating because most landlords don't do that. They don't technically have to do that. You don't have to do that technically. So that's commendable.
Because I want to treat people how I would want to be treated.
For sure.
I want to treat people how I want to be treated.
That's the energy you're putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're taking care of things on the front end. In the event that there's an eviction that has to take place, and then there's no argument on the back end.
For sure, covering your base ends.
Yeah, cover that ass.
For sure.
Sorry. But that goes for being in business for 25 years. You understand how to handle business. I tell people there's a difference in the streets handling business and when you handling business. So when and there's a difference. Hey, that's how we talk. Business. And I'm gonna go handle my business.
When I hear people say business, I think automatically like this.
That's what it meant. That's what it meant.
Dollar bill.
Take care of my business.
Dollar
You know
bill.
what I'm saying?
My business.
But like I said, that's what the whole event about is. The event is about having that conversation that is a wealth conversation, not a because we can talk about $5 all we want.
For sure.
But if we keep talking about $5, I can't get to $5 million.
Right.
If I start talking about $5 million, then I know that I can get to 500. 50 million. If I know I can get 50 million, I know I can get 500 million.
Yeah.
That's when we start climbing the wealth.
And I want to tell you that I'm really, it really pleases me to hear you talk about that, because it totally aligns with like everything that I believe in. Like I am career orientated. Everything I am outside of music is I am in a career. Like my line is like, I'm like your poverty to 100,000 and 200,000. Like that's literally my story. Like poverty to 6 figures. Literally, I lived that. I'm from poverty, got into my craft. I'm 6 figures. And I tell artists, like, you need to get a craft. You need to get something to support yourself, because it'll get you to that money. And even what you talk about when it comes to investments, like I love what you're doing with real estate, because real estate is one of those investments that you can get into that can lifelong longevity for you and your kids and your family. Is something for you to pass down, you know. And so I'm not heavily into real estate because I just don't have the time to deal with those intricacies of tenants and all of that. But again, it's blood in the streets. And so a long time ago, John D. Rockefeller said, when it's blood in the streets, buy real estate, stocks. And those are 2 things that you should be investing in right now. If you just a regular person, like go get you some stocks. Go get you some stocks in Roblox. Go get you some stocks in Tesla. Go get you some coins, Coinbase. Like the Coinbase is about to be the new future. Like my engineer haven't worked for the last 4 years. He closed down his studio when I did the rebirth. All he does is trade coins. And so it's so many investments that we believe.
Doing NFTs, or he's doing
he's doing XRP, XLM, Ethereum, and so that's all the stuff that I'm in. He got me.
Okay. I got crypto.
Yeah, I got XRP. I got XRP when it was 39 cents. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm invested in. I got Bitcoin when it was $250. You know, it's $10,000 now. And so there is blood in the streets right now. There's so many things that we can invest in and put our money in, but we're afraid of it because we've been taught that these things are like shooting your money down the wishing well. Like, oh, I got to get it up.
Like the lottery.
Yeah, but we do the lottery. We do the lottery faithfully. I know somebody who buy number 12 scratch offs. Every day they get off of work. They stop at the gas station and get a number 12 scratch off for $7. But you can go and buy XRP is like $2.50. So you can spend that same $7, get 3 XRP coins for $2.50, sit and wait for 5 years until it gets $700 in.
That's my thing. If you don't know better, you can't do better.
But you tell you, I'm being.
But a lot of times people don't even seek the knowledge and
they fear us out of it. They fear us out of it by making our community believe that it's not something that's tangible. And so we'll believe investing in stocks or getting real estate or doing Bitcoin. Let me tell you a secret. So before I moved out here, Trump was about to get elected. I moved out here February 4th. So Trump had just got elected. Trump said, I'm about to drop a coin. Everybody was like, Trump gonna drop a coin. It's boo-boo. He dropped a coin in the middle of the night. It was 18 cents. 3 hours later, it was $74. I bought 100 coins at 18 cents and spent $180. And 3 hours later, it was $74. That's 3 hours that I turned $180 to $7,400. We are afraid of it. I was afraid of it until my engineer closed down his studio, Complex Studios, KX Illa. He's the one who produced Twister Adrenaline Rush.
Okay.
He did the Rebirth album. He closed down his studio on 43rd right there by McCormick Place. And after he closed down the studio, all he did was show trading. He said, I'm trading. He at the house, him and his wife, he walking his little pug for 3 years trading.
So you tell what he was doing all the time while he was doing the producing, he was learning what trading is.
That's what he did. No, he told me.
Because that's what you do.
So much money.
And that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid of the failure piece. You have to fail to be successful.
KX, what up? I'm gonna salute you. That man lost he showed me his Coinbase where he lost 300,000 here, but had 100,000 here and put it in there and it's real. Like it's real. Like right now, all of these stocks, Trump get on the line and say invest in stocks. Nobody invests in stocks. They think it's BS. But the next day, the stock market is up 150 points. If you put,
but that all is a manipulation, really, because because that's
even the real estate market is a manipulation. They're going to bust. They're going to bust.
Because I was gonna say, y'all gotta come back.
As a matter of fact, one whole day of Convos.
Matter of fact,
all about bubbles.
If you want to start, get in the room June 15th. I guarantee you the conversation that I'm having in that room, I'm going to have a conversation about the mindset. Then, as we said, we're going to have Shavante Gills, Shay. She's going to be speaking about wellness. Yolanda's going to be speaking about how development, how to use development, how to get dollars unconventional way. So this is not going to banks. This is actually private money lending, which is what most people who have stocks and bonds do. They utilize that money to do private lending at 12 to 15%, and they get that money back in a year. 15% on $100,000, that's 15 grand, and you didn't do anything but lend it to someone else. So that's usually what people do. Then we'll have some little conventional lender, Karen Olinsky. She's going to be in the room, who's going to be talking about 203K loans. And 203K loans allow you to, I'll give you a quick version, they allow you to buy property and have the money to fix the property up, all wrapped into one loan.
Renovations right there, all
in one loan.
Hey, listen, when y'all hear lending, because she keeps saying lending, don't be afraid of the word lending. Listen, there is no tax dollar on money that's loaned to you. Money that you earn is taxed.
Taxed at 34 to 43%.
So there is no money on money that's loaned to you. The rich leverage themselves. That's why she said my credit score 400, because she leveraged everything to have money in properties. Now she can have these companies lend it to her and get 100% of the cash. And so artists out there who are whatever you are, you can do the same thing with your music.
Absolutely.
You can leverage what you're doing through LLCs and trusts. You can leverage your name to become part of this lending thing that you want. You want them to lend you the money. You want them to give you the money.
Because you're in control of the asset. Whatever it is that lending
it's yours.
You're in control of it.
Yes.
So like the money I borrowed, so I borrowed a total of $550,000 just for that project.
Yes.
The property right now is worth $1.5 million.
Yes.
So I'm not in control of $500,000, which is all they lended me.
Yep.
I'm in control of $1.5 million. So right now, what I can do is pull money out of that property and buy another property and do that all over again. And all I borrowed was $570,000. That's what it's really about. It's about having an understanding that loan, as he just said, lending. That's why I say I start with the mindset.
You got to change your mind.
Because you don't change the mindset.
Because you hear lending and be like, they're going to loan me something. I got to pay it back. It's my life.
But
y'all just gave me a whole paradigm shift in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I look forward to being
You always put me on shows like this.
I look forward to being there, y'all. Hashtag property to six figures
for sure.
With Rachel L. Gary and her colleagues. This is going to be June 15th in Beverly. Starts at 3. Click the link. Please follow Rachel on Facebook and Instagram. If you are confused about how to follow her, I'm sure if you put in hashtag poverty to six figures, she'll come up. Google her. Okay, poverty to six figures. I'm sure it'll come up as well.
Automatically.
Sure.
If you put my name in a search engine, Google Rachel L. Gary, everything's gonna come up.
And this is life changing. Like, listen, if you can even just spend 5 or 10 minutes on it, just spend 5 or 10 minutes and just
one step
skim
at a
through
time.
it. Yeah, just baby steps too. You ain't got to jump in the deep end of the pool.
How should we dress?
You can dress in whatever you want to dress in, because this is not about. One more time.
Okay.
Right now, guys, I got on flip-flops and a pair of shorts. Because I got to be honest as possible. I have been able to afford Jordan since I was 25. I've never owned a pair. I'm just the type of person who always believed that if money ain't making babies, I'm not spending it.
Right.
Money making babies. I like that. Them the kind of babies I need.
All my all my babies are adults.
Yeah,
Salute.
So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check that out.
For sure.
You know, I love that we had this conversation because I was about to get extra toxic real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna close it out with that with our love
toxicity.
But let me go ahead and give some updates.
Sure.
You know, on a party front, make sure y'all check out the Kick It spot at Bixby's. Out there in where's Bixby's at?
Park Forest.
Park Forest. Yep. So Blizz is there.
See, I'm back home, baby. Bixby, what's up?
Every
We
Monday,
outside.
7 to 2 a.m. Mr. Kick It spot. They got drink specials, $6 Don Reposado, blah blah blah, lemon drops, dollar wings. You know what I'm saying? Go for the wings, go for the lemon drops, or none at all. Just slide. You can also check out Jovi. Dropping Friday the 13th. Deadly Visitor. They can find this on what? Tubi, Prime.
This is gonna be on HBO Max.
HBO
The
Max.
first movie was on BET Plus. This one right here is gonna be. This is an HBO sponsored event. HBO sponsored movie. This one is gonna be on HBO Max. So we ain't doing nothing little. All you little Tubi guys. Listen,
You know what?
Don't be the guy. Listen though.
New Black Hollywood.
Listen though. Bo Deal.
Yeah.
Bo Deal.
Shout out to Bo and Will.
Y'all need to get at me, man. I need to get in some of the movies.
Here you go.
Hey, listen.
Here you go. You always trying to butter them up.
Because listen, I love those guys. I love everything they're doing. I used to watch Bo Deal on 106 in Park when he used to tear heads off, freestyle battling, and so like those are people I look up to.
Absolutely.
You know, I saw Will
such
Gates.
An awesome man.
Yeah.
So humble.
And humble and just a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Jovi gonna be at the Hip Hop Culture Fest 6 tonight. Shout out to Trosh. Shout out to Right Way. Shout out to Cypress Six.
Yes.
And y'all gonna be out there. Shout out to Two Official, Gary P Entertainment. Make sure y'all check that out. Bourbon on Division Street. Y'all gonna make
That's
sure.
Gonna be crazy.
From 9 to 12, y'all get there.
That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be over.
Watch your parking over there. I'm just gonna say that and get there early. I love going to Bourbon on Division, but they drinks are high.
Yeah.
And they parking is low. So make sure y'all get there early.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got put on to a game since I moved out here. Use Park Whiz.
I was gonna say Park Whiz. I was just about to.
Park Whiz is clutch out here. It gets you a nice parking spot somewhere close to wherever you going in Chicago. Look, Park Whiz. If you don't use Park Whiz,
Shameless plug to Park Whiz.
Yeah, shameless plug for sure. Look up Park Whiz. It'll help you park wherever you trying to go.
And now sponsor this show.
Absolutely.
Straight up. And I need some marketing dollars. Straight up, something.
And then y'all want to check out the Juneteenth celebration with Two Official, and that is tomorrow.
So I'm also in the building at this Still We Rise. So please come join me.
Nice.
I'm gonna be selling my first book, Forest and Fire: From Ashes to Empowerment. Nice. If you are in the building, I guarantee this: you also get $10 off of the event that we're talking about for June 15th. So make sure you make it to the Juneteenth celebration, hosted by Two Official. I also will be speaking at that event.
Nice.
Be in the room, guys. I'm all about growth and development. Let's make it happen.
Hey, if y'all don't know, like,
free
this
entry,
energy
everybody.
is crazy.
Free party.
The energy is crazy. Like if you ever like just be around her, like me, this is my first time ever being around her.
Oh, yeah.
Like the energy is infectious.
Don't you feel charged?
Yes, I do. I feel like whatever it is I'm supposed to do, I gotta do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do something. I don't even know what it is, but I gotta do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No excuses.
And we gonna go ahead and plug that Forever
Hey,
Grateful
y'all.
Fashion Show.
Yes.
You can see Vita there, Vita Talks, Coach J there, and some
I'm
other folks.
Born
hosting.
Rich.
Bodil hosting. I'm hosting. Sasha hosting.
Sasha, go hard.
Coach Jeff Relaford is doing media.
Coach Jeff?
Yep. And
Salute
also
the
y'all see DJ.
Salute to Coach Jeff.
Yeah,
Yo. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Salute to Coach Jeff.
So that's June 13th,
That's
y'all.
this Friday.
So yeah, make sure y'all check that out. And I'm gonna go ahead and close out with I'm gonna just go ahead and apologize. Jovi, when you come back next, we're gonna have the Inception.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the Inception.
We're gonna have the Inception.
So when I come back next, we're gonna do,
and all the music is gonna be intact.
All the music.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a dry run as I should beforehand anyway. but I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that you are top priority with that. We just gonna do a Jovi DaGod Day. How's that?
Oh, that's so special. You gonna have a cake?
He already spoiled.
I'm a mama's baby. I'm mama's baby. I'm the last child.
I have an only son.
I'm a baby. I'm spoiled.
It's spoiled.
Yes, and you spoil me, BB. You don't act like you don't treat me extra special.
I do.
Ever since I first met BB, like I did the 312 Awards, and she came to me. She was like, "I don't know who you are, but I love everything you did, and I just want you to whatever." And I was like, "Well, whatever you ever need, whatever." You know
just like be great. Just come on a show. Share what you've been through. Share why we should follow you, that kind of thing. And I'm always like that. How can the people follow you, Rachel?
On every social media platform, look up Rachel L. Gary. You can put it in your search of Google. Everything comes up. At the end of the day, I'm looking for growth and development for each individual. I want you guys to be the CEOs, and the only way to do that is to step into your greatness. Yes. And I got somebody say at the end of everything, my last words. If you're okay with me doing it,
go ahead.
I want you guys, the CEOs, to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.
That was fire. Hey, I'm up, out, and moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm great. You know what I mean?
Jovi, how can they find you?
So, if you don't know, I'm Jovi DaGod on all platforms, JoviDaGod. And listen, I'm up, out, and moving. I just got back to the city. I'm everywhere. You're going to see me outside. You're going to see me at all the events. You're going to see me popping out. All the shows I'm booked. You're going to see me, June 17th. I should be doing the Ren Terry Cassidy show. Okay. So be looking out for that. I might be doing the Easy Your Hair Friday the 13th. Depends on what day I go to Miami. But listen, Jovi DaGod, I'm back outside. Summer Vibes is finna be on all the airwaves.
Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. But I really want to say this before I check out. Rachel, I really appreciate everything that you did right now because it was definitely
Y'all see
needed.
How I put this together?
Yeah, it was definitely needed. The energy was infectious. Yeah. What you bring is so positive. Yeah. Everybody that BB know me, and so most of the time it's all about Jovi. But when I meet a person that has the power that you have, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now while I see you, because I don't know when I'll see you again. Right. And so the energy that you bring in, the mentality that you teach in, everything that you bring into the table is so needed right now. Absolutely. It's so needed for the men and the women, because your perspective is not secular. It's not just, women should be this or men should be that. It's universal. It's collective. Yes. Like Vita just said, and so we need you. I want you to know that you need it, Absolutely. And so keep doing what you're doing. And I really appreciate that. And I appreciate everything you're doing, and whatever I could do to ever support you. You got Jovi DaGod backing you 100%. I appreciate it.
She's right here. What day? You didn't tell what day. I'm sorry.
I'm here every Wednesday from 3 to 5 right here on my radio, Chicago. Support District Radio, guys. So I want to make sure you go to www.supportdistrictradio /stations/Chicago. Make sure that you check in. Take us on the go, because like this great conversation here, each of us on this platform are always trying to bring information that helps you grow. Well, it doesn't matter if it's grow as a musician, grow as an artist, grow as a business owner, grow as a person. Make sure at the end of the day you just chime in, check in with each other hosts. Growth.
Hashtag grow.
Period.
Thank you, Cherie Sloan. She put all your details up there.
Yes, as she does. I want to make sure at the end of the day, that is also one of my mentees. Check out her new brand, Highly Productive. She just dropped that out. That is one of my mentees. Also been my friend for 34 years.
Nice. Salute to that.
Her brand, Highly Productive, is not just, it's about her being a promoter, something she's already been stepping into. So I want y'all to keep following up with Sharice. Then her party that's going to be coming out, Smokecello, is not just a party; it's a whole vibe.
Smokecello.
So even though I don't partake, I support growth. And at the end of the day, we're locking into growth. So you're going to see more great things coming down the pipeline from Cherie Sloan and Highly Productive. Nice. Be on the lookout, because for the next year, she's under the Rachel L. Gary Say I'm Possible Academy. I guarantee you guys are going to see some more awesome things happening. She's doing 2 shows a year. We're going to for 4 to 5 for next year. She's going to be making it happen. Be locked in.
Yes.
And Vita.
Hey, y'all.
Vita.
I'm right here. Right here.
Where can they find you, girl?
Yes, y'all. I am so excited. Thank you again. I am so excited to be collabing with Convos in Chicago / Vita Talks every Saturday. This was so exciting and inspiring for me today. But you all could catch me on Facebook, Ovita Ivy. I was about to say it at yahoo.com, y'all.
It's right there on the screen.
Ivy on Facebook and at my Instagram, Brown Sugar 19358, because I'm just that sweet, y'all. Yes. Yeah. And Vita Talks on everything else. You all make sure you chime in, share the live, so we could bring, we bring things like this to you, and even more, like we were saying, support Convos in Chicago, you all, so that we could bring more shows and more events. It just bring up things that for personal development and in all kind of ways. So this is what we want to do.
Yay! Yeah. And as in the words of Les Brown, you guys, it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure having you here this Saturday afternoon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you shared the live, thank you so much. Yeah. If you chimed in and made a comment, sent a smoke signal, had me in your thoughts, whatever it is, I really, really appreciate it. If y'all like the content, make sure y'all go ahead and drop something in that Cash App. And in a minute, I'm going to get with Rachel so we can do Stripe instead of this Cash Out stuff. So you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have the website and all that stuff put together as usual. You know, it's
even though you might say Stripe charges fees, Cash App don't charge you nothing, just so you know.
See, I learn something every day. So Cash App, y'all. Cash App BEE 3311 is at the bottom of the screen. It's been at the bottom of the screen the whole couple of hours, and it's been wonderful spending this time with y'all on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure y'all check out these. Follow my friends here. Make sure y'all go ahead, share their content. Hop in their inboxes. They hop in them back. I told you, none of that freaky stuff. None of that. Okay, don't hop in Jovi. You could hop in my inbox for Jovi.
Go left.
And
there you go.
But if you're looking to book, always reach out to me, and I can reach out to my friends as well.
For sure.
And we're gonna go out to one of my songs that I like, and it's very befitting right now. It is C Snapper featuring Ben One and Sinatra's, and it's called When. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and get C Snapper's new double album. You know what I mean? Double album. She got the Conversations with a Pisces. And what's the name of the other side? Look, just listen. Just listen and check it out. Shout out to C Snapper. Shout out over there to Nicole and everybody over there. Y'all check this out. And we out.
Peace. Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
And I'm like, move, bitch. Underlay, move quick. I work on they top and I stay in they hit so much they try to charge me for booth rent. No way they can copy me. I'm the foundation, lay bricks, so they call me the blueprint. And I sit at the head of the table cause I'm a key player to make it all make sense.